friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Recently, that he didn't get that through the Terrigen Mist because he wasn't infected by the Terrigen Mist. That's all through training. So he can encounter a Jedi. You can do this before the fall of the Empire or something. He can encounter a Jedi and sit there saying, "Dude, that's due to training. You have access to the Force and you don't even know it."
That would be crazy, though.
You have access to the Force and don't even know it. And you could say that the Shatterpoint attack was introduced on Earth through Karnak, and in the future, Mace Windu gets it and perfects it.
Wow. How did he even come up with that shit? Or does that give you the idea?
No, we were just talking about it, and he just talked about the Shatterpoint. And I was like, that gives me a great idea. Because the Force is basically chi energy. It's ki. Right. You've got Shang-Chi. You've got Iron Fist. You've got a whole bunch of characters that can use the Force on Earth. You got a whole bunch of characters, and in
present day, because the Star Wars story is told so far into a future or a different galaxy, this is how it manifested here as well.
Yeah, and you can
get a crossover fucking story, dude, just off of that shit.
Yeah, it's that
Mace Windu in the MCU. Doing the Shatterpoint, him and Karnak going back and forth. That'd be some beast ass shit right there.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome because then you could have him running into Nick Fury. Have him running into Nick at
you
Night.
Look familiar.
Yeah, you can have him running into Nick at Night. Yeah. You look like Samuel L. Jackson. Who's Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
Here, put this on. Nobody will recognize you.
Yeah.
Passerbys. Is that Samuel L. Jackson?
You could even go further than that, dude. You could say that most Jedi or Sith stay away from Earth because the Force is too powerful there and it's too chaotic. It drives
it's way off the rim.
Yeah, it drives most people insane. That's why you got people like Doctor Strange. He uses sorcery. You could say that's a way to use the Force right there. You could. I mean, there's so much shit you can use.
That would work just in the books that I've read with the Fate of the Jedi series when Luke was taking his son Ben to these different planets that Jason Solo went to and learned these different Force techniques. He was going to these planets and he was showing them that there's different levels to the Force. So Luke was showing his son there's different levels to the Force. And it was more like radio frequencies. Like you're operating at this high frequency. Well, this race of this planet, they use this frequency that's called like the white or whatever, and it's more pure.
Yeah.
And it's more through everything else. I was like, this is fucking deep as shit. Right? So he's teaching, you're seeing through Luke's eyes or through Ben's eyes that he's taking him there and telling him about this stuff. Mm-hmm. But Luke knows how to already do it because he's already been there through it. I said, this motherfucker is like OG, dude. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. He know a bunch of shit he ain't saying nothing about.
You could say, what's his name? George Lucas. Mm-hmm. He always said that Mace Windu survived the fall. He survived Order 66. You could say he escaped to Earth, taught Karnak or helped Karnak train in the Shatterpoint.
Wow, that'd be deep. that'd be deep as hell. That would be deep as hell. That he would be that first Inhuman.
Yep.
What is it called? This temple or whatever it was. And it's like, holy shit. And that would actually work because Karnak's whole thing is like. When Warren Ellis was doing Karnak, which I really fucking like, it made him cool. Yeah. One of his things, his meditations was him sitting in front of this big block of stone. Yeah. And just sitting there meditating on that stone, finding the weak point
and how to
in that stone.
Oh shit!
And then to hit it in that point, I'm like, oh!
See,
that would work.
Marvel.
Oh shit! I'd pay for that.
Marvel needs to hire me.
They need to.
They need to hire my black ass because goddamn.
I'd pay some IMAX money for that fucking movie.
Yep, you see Karnak.
You don't even have to know who the hell Karnak is. They could use that motherfucker from that shitty Inhumans TV show. I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah. But
I'd pay for that. I'd pay some serious money for that shit. That'd be badass.
Yeah, if you have Karnak says, I need to help bring back the Inhumans. He seeks out his old master who's working on a farm or some shit. Master Windu, I need your help. Hey, check this. I'm working on coloring it.
Just pull off a hood and say, what do you need this time, Karnak?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing much, Master Windu. People lose their fucking mind and you turn that page like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Star Wars is in Marvel now?
Yep. He survived. Yes. George Lucas himself, he survived Order 66. He's one of the, that's what I'll always give it up for George Lucas. Mm-hmm. I may not have liked the prequels as much as most people did, but I will. He always displayed his black characters, as few as they were, as powerful, highly intelligent, and highly capable. Mm-hmm. There was only 2 of them, but one was.
That's 3. Don't forget Captain Banaka, man.
Oh,
stop forgetting about Captain Banaka.
Sorry,
the man with the fresh breath on Naboo. Okay, come on, dude.
Sorry about that.
Captain of the Guard is on Naboo. Come on,
we
got to give every brother his due.
Yeah. One, you got Mace Windu, who was a master Jedi. The greatest swordsman of the Jedi, and almost as like the second, like in terms of raw power, second only to Yoda.
All right.
And the only Jedi capable of using the dark side of the Force and not be corrupted by it. Then you've got my boy,
inventor of his own style.
Yeah. Then you got my boy Colt 45.
Billy D.
Billy D
Solo.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, not Solo.
Yeah.
I fucked it. But
leader of his own
Billy
city.
D. Lando.
Yeah, leader of his own city. Highly intelligent.
Gambler?
God damn.
And now you got Carl Weathers, Cleef.
Oh yeah.
And the Mandalorian. Bounty head.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's fine.
I mean.
Well, we got Finn now too. But
well, I will
Finn kind of that runaway slave shit. But.
No. Finn is not a part of George Lucas's thing. I don't.
Okay, only George Lucas. Yeah, though. I get you.
George Lucas. I'll
keep Carl Weathers though, because George Lucas consults on the Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
With Filoni and Favreau.
Good. No wonder he's
he got pictures of him on set. I'm like, oh hell yeah, thank you.
All right, because that's why I can't stand this new Star Wars. I can't stand it because the way they treat black folks. They're either
the runaway slave.
Yeah, they're either runaway slaves or like resistance fighters. I mean, like, you know, it's just hard to. It's just hard.
This shit. I was listening to some stuff the other day, right? And they were talking about all this stuff going on with Disney and Marvel and how these new Star Wars movies after this is going out, how they're trying to get Keanu Reeves and Kevin Feige is coming on to Star Wars. He's going to be producing the next movies after this.
Oh boy.
Kathleen Kennedy is still there, but she's only working on 2 of the projects. All this other stuff is getting done without her. And I'm like, yeah, them motherfuckers know. Yeah. She got a contract and they got to run that bitch out before they get her out of there. Like, we're just going to slow push you. You got to slow push you. Yes, you can still do that other stuff, but just those 2. Uh-huh. Don't touch nothing else. Right?
I've been seeing stuff on the web talking about how people are upset over the Ghostbusters trailer. Some people are upset of that, calling it like
the new remake, remake.
Yeah, they're saying it's like a bunch of people saying that you're rewarding regressive fanboy behavior or something. Shit, it's for. I'm thinking, dude, the movie that you brought out was a bunch of trash that pissed on dudes for being dudes.
So yeah, exactly. If that's the point, regressive fanboy behavior. What is the last movie you did supposed to be celebrating?
Yeah. Nothing.
What is that celebrating?
Yeah.
I think that's called going back to the source and what worked. Your movie sucked ass because nobody wanted to see that shit, and you did piss and wipe your ass with Slimer.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. I don't want to hear that shit with the Ghostbusters. And the thing of it is, I talked about this I think that night on Tuesday we talked about it a little bit. But even though if you watch that last Ghostbusters movie, and you'll see some of the classic characters in it or actors in it,
they get fucked over.
They're in it, but they hate themselves.
Yeah,
they're in it. I was like, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, they're fucking them over.
That shit would have worked better as the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah,
that was on ABC because that was kind of silly. That would work better as that. It would have worked better as that real Ghostbusters. That wasn't the Ghostbusters that rode around and chitty chitty bang bang, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. It would have worked as that.
Those teenage kids.
Teenage kids and the gorillas and shit. It would have worked as that. It would have worked as something completely fucking different other than we want to take this Ghostbusters name and just replace it with an all-female cast. Yeah. Then what the fuck was that? Who were you throwing a bone to then? And it was garbage.
Terrible. I couldn't get through it. I couldn't finish it.
Unfortunately,
I didn't see it in the theaters, thank God.
Unfortunately, I'm going to start calling myself the patron saint of geekdom because I be suffering through a lot of goddamn shitty ass movies lately. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's agonizing.
I heard that they did a remake of a horror film. They fucked that over with a bunch of feminist bullshit. Charlie's Angels was bad. Nobody saw that. I heard it made only $8 million.
Nobody saw that shit, and I like Elizabeth Banks, but she kind of shot herself in the foot.
Well, yeah, she
complaining about that shit.
Yeah,
and complaining that it was because of such and such. No, it's because nobody wanted to see a fucking Charlie's Angels movie.
Yeah.
What's her name? Kristen Stewart is not my idea of hot for anybody
or tough.
Yeah. Nobody on that team looked like they would have been tough. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, at least the one before that, the remake before that, they ran with that because
they ran with it, but they were still copying off the Matrix.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean,
but at least
Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Well, she throwing some fireballs up by it. But, other than that. Whatever. I didn't see that shit either.
It was funny because it was tongue in cheek. I thought it was funny. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it on HBO. But I was cool with it because it made fun of it. They realized that this was a joke, and so they ran with it.
Fine.
They ran with it. This latest one, they tried to take that shit seriously.
Well, here's the thing: they could take it seriously. First off, I didn't see it. I didn't say I wouldn't see it. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Right. They took it seriously because Elizabeth Banks is directing that movie, right? This is her producing that movie. She wants to, have a franchise under her. I get that. That's what Hollywood actors should do. That's why fucking Tom Cruise did Mission Impossible because he was taking that property. That's his shit now. It don't matter what came before.
What are those motherfuckers?
It don't matter what came before. That's his shit now. He owned that Mission Impossible stuff, and that's what they did. He went back and got a TV property, turned it into a movie. So he owns the rights to that movie stuff. She was trying to do the same thing with this Charlie's Angels stuff. Now the problem with that is, I don't have a problem with her doing that shit. There's plenty of females out here that probably go see that shit.
Yeah,
$8 million worth. But at the same time, the theater, the company, the studio, whoever was helping her with that movie, they didn't push that movie for shit. Oh, yeah, there was no advertisement for that movie at all.
At all.
I saw none. I didn't see no comic book covers. I didn't see no spots on YouTube. I didn't see no spots on the internet. That's another reason why it failed. You got zero publicity on that movie. Knives Out got more publicity than that shit, and I had to remember what day that shit was coming out because I only saw 2 advertisements for it.
Yeah, and she still blamed the fan base after that.
Should have never did that.
Yeah, she blamed herself. She blamed them before that, which shot herself in the foot because people are, if you're going to insult me, I'm not going to support your work.
Nope.
Because Marvel had to learn that lesson themselves.
That's a Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that.
Should I say it in a whisper?
Jane Foster, Thor. Jason Aaron was insulting his fan base, and that people started dropping off like flies, and they had to do that stupid ass reboot, which didn't work very well anyway.
Right. Here's the thing. I mean, they got this shit so twisted up. They want to go out in front on the internet and stuff like that, flame their customer base, and then wonder why their movies suck.
Yeah,
they didn't do anything. You know why? There's a real simple math formula for this shit. Really simple. If you minus this, you get less of this. It's very fucking simple. Don't go out. Look. I can make a Charlie's Angels movie right now. If you took the same movie and I replaced it with some people, you'd probably do more money in that movie. You take, I don't know who the black chick was, you take her out, put Zazie Beetz in that shit.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You put somebody who looks like they can fight. Let's just say Gina Carano. I don't give a fuck. Let's just say anybody. Ronda Rousey. I don't give a damn. Yeah. Some chick who can actually fucking fight.
Yeah.
Okay? That looks formidable. And a third chick, I don't give a fuck. A Latina, Asian, I don't give a damn. Anybody. Selma Hayek, I don't care. Right? Throw them in that movie, motherfuckers will go see that shit. And keep your mouth shut. We're putting this movie out. There's these 3 actresses in it. They're hot right now. They're doing Charlie's Angels. Motherfuckers be in there like, oh, hey, I'm going to see that. Extra butter on my popcorn, please.
You have no problem with strong female characters.
I have no problem with strong female characters. I don't have a problem with females that look like they can kick a dude's ass either.
Yeah.
Don't have a problem with that necessarily. But don't tell me this 95-pound chick is going to be in there being halfway cool and stuff. Oh, she's hot and cool now. No, she's not.
Yeah.
And never was. Is she slitting her wrists after this or what? She still needs a sandwich and a half. Fucking I know, protein bar. Jesus. Yeah. Come on, man. No, I'm not into that.
Somebody get that kid a sandwich.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades.